Welcome back to a 55 Chevy video. It's been pushed forward and we need a steering column, and it's going to be a lot easier to do it without this fender. So I got to make sure that we have a couple of these, so hopefully amongst them all we have what we want. But I need something to fit there, and he's looking for the column, and hopefully it's double D on that end, so we'll be finding out here shortly. Okay, so that fits our splines pretty good. And if it's way up here, I'll be able to put the set screw right into the safety groove right there. So that's fine. Now, once he finds the column, we got to look and see. I don't remember what end we have on this column, but it is an I did it column. So hopefully it's just a double D shaft and we can drill the hole and get it all taken care of. Okay, so you know how it goes. You buy a kit and it doesn't have everything, and you bought it years ago, so you're slowly finding everything. But their instructions are not only frustrating and useless, they also call out a part we don't have, so we're gonna have to order that. So that's awful nice. Yeah, I did it. And this definitely is bigger than that, so I gotta look into that in just a minute. And then the first thing they tell you to do is slide this donut all the way up. Well, how? So I'm gonna pull out the factory manual and see how that went together from the factory, because we didn't take this car apart. It came to us in pieces, so we're not sure what this actually is supposed to look like. Okay, so we've done our test fit and found where we've got to drill that 3/8 hole. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so we've got that drilled. So what that is when the joint is on, one set screw comes in, the other longer one comes in from this side, pushes this wall against the joint, and then has a lock stud on it. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so we just got done expanding that anti-rotation slot ever so slightly. So, and cleaning that up. So those will work. That piece of hose is actually going to work just fine. And then that bolt was in a location that kind of interferes with the brake wire feed. So I'm going to just go to a shorter bolt real quick because I can. Because that stud, of course, isn't there. You know, that big long spreader bar, because of the wiper conversion. So let me pop that in real quick, and then we'll see how this goes. Look how much shorter that is sitting there. So you can see that one's still the rod, that one's just a bolt. So let's just shorten her up and make our life better. Okay, so that's kind of hanging. We've got that part kind of hanging. We've got our bolts, and we're going to try to guide that in for real. We're going to have to order that one piece to bolt down there, but I don't think all this has to come off to do that. So let's get some steering. Okay, so this is where we're at. You can see, well, maybe you can see. Let me get a light. So see, that's why I wanted that shorter. So you can also see the anti-rotation thing. So, all right, we can steer. So this is the one that's above the flat, and this is the one against the tube, and then this is the one that goes all the way across and squishes the tube in. And now he's got steering. We haven't had steering on this chassis since we started. So look at that. There's steering. All right, well, we're obviously going to have to play with the suspension a little bit. She's a wee bit low. Of course, you know, remember too, these tires aren't final tires. Hell, that one isn't even full of air. So, I mean, there's work there as well, but yeah, we're definitely going to want her up a little higher than that. Not digging that bolt sticking out of the bottom of that oil pan. Not digging that at all. Real quick, we have not appreciated yet just how well we positioned that hole. Look at that. The whole shifter mechanism will drop right down in there. No problems at all. So we're pretty happy about that. Okay, with that, I think that's going to wrap up the 55 for tonight. It now has a nice Buick steering wheel, and we're still waiting on seats. And nothing we can do to make those hurry up. You know, fenders are coming soon. I think it's probably the next day or two, I think, is when he's coming to fit the inners, so we can see what we're going to do about that. So yeah, it's becoming a real car. So if I don't say anything, then thanks for watching. If the next part starts right up and it's not ShopWrecks, well, then I was premature. Well, he had noted a small leak, so now we've got this all apart. And it looks like this O-ring must not have sealed real well. Always a problem with all this chrome crap. You never know what's going to actually work. So we're going to change this O-ring, and hopefully it doesn't leak anymore. We've had it apart a couple times. No matter what, this valve here, this residual valve, is definitely leaking. So we're going to have to replace it. I don't know that it's worth trying to fix it. And honestly, I've never had much luck with any of this stuff once it's been chromed anyway. So if we have to buy one, we'll just get a brass one. If CPP is going to be stand up and replace it, well, then we'll use whatever they send us. But that's not something that's going to stop us from being able to have fenders on a car. That's totally accessible. It's going to suck leaning over and all that. But, you know, these are all new. We know they're going to come off. So we can move on with that. So now, thanks for watching. Always just a little spooky raising these big trucks. So we just spent a little bit of time getting her square. So yeah, I haven't seen the 73 in a little while, but he's going to be doing some painting under here, so we're going to get this squared up for him. This has been another ShopWrecks approved video. Thanks for watching.